roll right into it. So as you all know, the Tesla Model Y has a suspension that I've always never really been a fan of, or at least all Teslas do it. Well, not all Teslas, Tesla Model 3 and Tesla Model Y. But we with the new comfort suspension that got released like in 2022, 2023, I don't think we've ever seen details on like the exact specifications of it, on how it actually is built, or any sort of stats from the previous to the current generation. All we kind of got was it's more comfortable, I would say, even especially from Elon when he talked about the comfort suspensions. But we finally got some details, and it looks like Tesla China has released those details. So we'll jump into it. I'll show exactly what we found and what we're talking about. But here it is right here. So shout out to Sawyer Merritt. News. Tesla China has announced that all Model Ys built after January have new comfort suspension, which is good because most likely the comfort suspension is the same one that's in the US right now, that's been around for at least a year or two, like 2022s and 2023s. And so now we actually have some stats on it. The top sports stiffness of the shock absorber is 50% better than before, thereby filtering out a greater extent of impact of the road surface on the vehicle. Okay, not bad. That's good. It's good to hear. Spring stiffness is reduced by 2 nm to 5 nm. I have no idea what that talks about, but maybe that's, that sounds a lot better, right? And so let's take a look at this. Of course, is Google Translate from the Chinese news or whatever social media post it was. So let's see. The top sport stiffness is 50% better than before, filtering out a greater extent of the vehicle impact. And spring stiffness is reduced by 2 to 5.5 nmm. No idea what that says. Reducing overturning and making the vehicle more comfortable. At the same time, by adjusting the vibration frequency of this vehicle suspension, the frequency 4 to 5 makes it easy to resonate with the human body as far away. The elderly and children are not easy to measure the car more. Double layer glass to reduce the wind noise. Thank you for on the way when you have fun to arrive at the station. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Model Ys certainly have that double pane glass, which makes it comfortable as well. But this is good because I don't think I've ever seen stats like this on Tesla Model Y suspension. And this is for the US. If you're curious, this is for all 2023 Model Y long ranges. Model Y performance is still going to be a harsher suspension because of the shocks, the big rims, the 21-inch rims. That's why I kind of don't recommend those. But if you have a Model Y long range, it's going to be a lot more comfortable than years before. But the key thing here is that even though it's much more comfortable, it's if you're coming from certain cars, maybe luxury cars, other types of luxury cars like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Model Y is not going to be comparable to those. And it might not be because of Tesla's fault. It might so be more of like how heavy the batteries are. And so it's just harder to do that. Or maybe Tesla wanted a sportier suspension at the end of the day. Okay, Paul, Newton per millimeter. Learned something new today. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for coming in and dropping that knowledge. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Really, really cool to see the stats. 50% better than before. So now I'm excited because, I talk a lot of smack, I would say, about Tesla Model Y suspension, but also at the flip side, I've never driven a 2022 or 2023 Tesla Model Y long range. My Model Y performance was a 2021. So granted, that was 2 years old at this point. So I've yet to do that. And I was almost going to go to a delivery appointment for a friend for a Model Y long range, but I never got to set it up because I wanted to drive it and check it out. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, a Tesla Model Y is not going to be comparable to Lexus's, BMW's, Mercedes. So I do try and give that caveat out there. I think most people know this by now, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. He always hates on the performance. Still the best Model Y. No, for sure. I thought it was a great car at the end of the day. Amazing car. It was, a point. If I had to go back, I would probably just do because now that we've done Model S, X, Y, and 3, X is nice, but is it worth the, almost potentially double the price of the Model Y? I guess it depends, right? But we're going to jump into our next topic. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking. Thanks for watching. And this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description to the Patreon link. So definitely check it out if you want to support the channel.